Here ABDC is a quadrilateral. Here AB and CD we can call it as a pair of opposite sides. Similarly, AC and BD are also another pair of opposite sides. Let me draw a line through AB and through CD. Now let us see what happened to this line. This line is not intersecting each other. So this line we can call it as parallel lines. That means the opposite side AB and CD are parallel. So this quadrilateral, that is one pair of opposite sides are parallel, we can call it as trapezium. That is, trapezium is a quadrilateral with a pair of parallel sides. Now this trapezium can be this also a trapezium, and these are all trapezium with the one side is one pair of side is parallel. In many ways you can draw the trapezium. Here we have another quadrilateral, that is AEBD. Now the opposite sides, pair of opposite sides AE and DB. Here we cannot say AE and DB are parallel or BE and AD are parallel. Now let me measure the length of the sides. Here AD 8 units, BD 8 units, BE 6 unit and AE also 6 units. Now you can see one pair of sides are equal. This pair of sides, that is DA and DB, this pair is called distinct consecutive pairs. So in a quadrilateral, if distinct consecutive pairs of sides are equal, then this kind of quadrilateral we can call it as kite. So these are all the different forms of kite. Kite can be in this way also. That means the only condition is distinct pair of consecutive sides should be equal. So these are all the form of kites. So we can define a kite as a kite has four sides and there are exactly two distinct consecutive pairs of sides of equal lengths, that are BE and AE equal. Here DB and DA are equal. Here is another kind of quadrilateral. Now look at the pair of opposite sides. Let me draw a line through these opposite sides. AB, CD. Now look at these lines. What kind of line is these lines are parallel. So we can say that AB and CD are parallel. Now what about AC and BD? Let me draw line through AC and BD. Will they intersect? Let us see. Here also these lines are not intersecting. So we can say these two pairs, that is AC and DB, are also parallel. That means in this quadrilateral both pairs of opposite sides are parallel. This kind of quadrilateral we can call it as parallelogram. So we can draw parallelogram in many ways. These are also a parallelogram. This is another parallelogram. This also a parallelogram. This commonly we can call it as square. Now this also a parallelogram because opposite sides are equal. So in many ways we can draw a parallelogram. That is, a parallelogram is a quadrilateral whose opposite sides are parallel. Here, ABDC is a parallelogram. Now, AB, BD, DC, AC are the sides of this parallelogram. Now consider AB and CD. These are called pair of opposite sides. One more pair we can say, that is AC and BD. So in a parallelogram, two pairs of opposite sides should be there. Here it is AB, CD and AC and BD. Now let me take angle A. Now what is the opposite of angle A? It is angle D. So this pair of angles, that is angle A and angle D, we can call it as pair of opposite angles. Similarly, one more pair of opposite angles you can say. What are they? Yes, it is angle B and angle C. This angle A and angle D are a pair of opposite angles. Similarly, angle B and angle C are the another pair of opposite angles. Now, look at the sides AB and AC. These two sides are nearby sides. So, this pair of sides we can call it as adjacent sides. Can you say what are the other pair of adjacent sides? That we can write it as CD and DB. Or one more you can write as this AC and CD also we can call it as adjacent side. Similarly, AB and BD are also adjacent side. So four pairs of adjacent sides we can name in this quadrilateral. Now, similarly, consider the angles. Angle A and angle C. These two angles are nearby angles. So, these two angles we can call it as adjacent angles. Angle B and angle A, or you can say angle B and angle D. Similarly, for each vertex you can say two pairs of adjacent angle. That is angle A and angle C one pair, angle A and angle B another pair. Similarly, angle B and angle D are one pair of adjacent angle. Angle B and angle A are another pair of adjacent angles. So, pair of opposite sides and pair of opposite angles, pair of adjacent sides and pair of adjacent angles. Together we can call it as elements of a parallelogram. That is all for today's class.